These many thoughts that flood the mind bank. The bank that's constantly running and moving, it doesn't stop. How can it stop? And does it stop for others? It seems so. It seems that others have a break, a moment, a breath. It seems that those who aren't an other can't get a grasp, can't catch that breath, can't catch up with the flood that's constantly flowing. Is it normal? Does it slow down? Does it ever make sense? Where does this water come from? And when does the dam get built? When do these thoughts get refined? There's a picture that you see. There's a picture that you cannot be. A person that you cannot resist. An adolescent that no longer exists. Is it sad or is it full that this person was you? Do you feel foolish? Your ancestors spoke true. You understand now, and you don't know when or how, but you look away from the photo and into the mirror, and that child is saying, I see you, now queer. The idle mind is the devil's playground, words that echo away from your now gay crowd. Who is that man? This is different than the life you had, the one inside your head, full of imagination, yet now that's transformed into magical inspiration. Mind is moving, life is flowing, dreams are prospering, thoughts are glowing. I miss you, child. Oh, how you should have been more wild. Time moves fast, and only so much can last. Only so many chances can happen before times run out and you missed the lesson. Do not fret, we are okay. This was always the way, and you know you're okay. I once was your age, and although we are in a different stage, life is meant to be this way. Look away from the photo together, say ciao. Who you were then and who you are now. Together endeavor, these photos are forever. It's dark, and the fire crackles in the midnight sky. Low chatter and faint laughter of blood fill the breeze. And in this moment, this unfamiliar moment, your eyes flutter, and a tear finally falls. Suppressed emotions begin to pour out of your mouth with a gasp so loud it's barely caught. And then you see clear, that bright blue sky that you found so comforting, the wind so calm your skin eases within its tightest core. Only a feeling so familiar and nostalgic as when you were a child, as when you could not rest until you knew you could really rest. It's been a while, hasn't it? A while since that wind grazed your skin and calmed your nerves. You feel it now, so hold on to it. Listen back to the wood that snaps as the flames go down. Listen to the liquid that allows you to understand. Life is not worth missing out on in all its beautiful forms, and that includes the forgotten wind. I miss you, then I'm hurt. I'll always have love for you, a love that I cannot explain, a love that I knew was better deserved, and one that I will always replay. What could I have done differently to find a way to make you stay? I flip through the film of memories, and I don't understand how a deep connection could slip through the museum of greatest displays. The music that made us happy, the mist that longs alone, the adventures that kept us dapper, the hits of laughter that never ended, of calls that only ascended, of times that last forever, in the past lives of who we were together. How is it that life has changed in this direction to fool my already fooled mind's position? Alas, life is funny this way. Something can make you feel so secured, and then someone can take it all away. It wasn't jealousy that killed the beast, nor was it beauty. It was evil at its smartest form, cackling at this pain. I've danced with the devil before, and I'd rather say the devil never wins. He may hold on strong during this very intimate dance, but that's only his weakest stance. Fuck him. The hands he choked will be around his own throat eventually. A tent less, as it's just a distraction. I've been weary, I've been thoughtful, and I've worked long and hard to fix my errors. And I can go forward in life with this final, greatest lesson. To be conscious of my actions that led to greater satisfaction. Maybe I must say thank you. I hope you're doing well. I miss you, and I'm hurt, but I will always have love for you. I have so much to give. Is it selfish to want someone to take up the offer, to listen to these words, these actions, this art, and see the struggled attempt to make a change, to impact a heart? Feel the vision, feel the heat. Without seeing, I'm asking you to see. Behind the curtain, behind the filter, there's a person who's just like you, with a changing heart and an open mind. They've said I'm too nice. It's not wrong to be kind. Forget me not, it's not so easy to change the world without the work. Replace that filter and replace that drive. Soon someone will see the constant flow and the constant tide. They'll grab it by the cord and yank it so fast, you'd probably ask for it right back. A playlist deleted, nevermore. 22 was its name. She played you like a game. A sound to be heard, dying in the night. Too destructive, hearts full of fright. Infinity doesn't exist. A playlist gone with the mist. Profit is not the need. It's the audience of the sea. The crash of the waves during a storm. One set out with the breeze. Hailstorm so loud, so strong. One that may not last so long. Here we are within the eye. How is it such a beautiful sight? Only so long this peace will last, till those waves come back with a thundering crash. Thank you for the storm. Thank you for the splash. It was all I asked to be seen, seen within the eye of the sea. Here you are, a listener, a believer, an artist, a seer, so kind, so loving, a friend so ever giving. To the lakes we go, where the highs are high and the lows, fuck no. The sights are plenty, tides underneath, and imagination so ready. Adolescents within are finally shouting, as these moments with you are just so founding. We're dreaming, we're dreaming. No, we're finally living. Together, together, for now and forever. This lake is our home, this art is our fever. A stroke of color on a surface untouched, painted black like the dark side of the moon, glowing like a spark of fire unknown. Could it be? Is it revealed? A part of me we did not see, a part of me we did not know. La dolce vida, it's how I'm living, an experience so floor, the key that's unlocked this door. Give it time and you will see all the newfound parts unlocked in me. A driver, late at the park, mailed records of a forgotten spark. Purple scarves in missing cars, of thrift store benches for wishful, carpeted Frenches. Corrupted a soul that couldn't be found. Lost fragments were scattered around. The purple skies is a favored hue, prancing this diamond dance with you. Kiss from the mouth into the air, float so closely near. Now thou, Romeo, lasso that rope, divergent rodeo.
There's something in the wind, I can feel it blowing.
If a name could brand an alter ego, I would owe it all to you. Once was said, your life was your poetry. Now just that, 5 out of 5 is what the critics say. Here I am, no longer lost in thought, no longer lost in the grass. Something so green, it's not creative. Halted, disrupted. Nothing to give, nothing to offer. No longer waiting at the altar. Through your art, your legacy, violets planted, now sprouted into blossomed truths. Within your art, I found the art in me. How good can I be? How do I really see? I'm living in this fantasy. That's not wrong, that's just me. He's happy here, he's happy to be. Rockwell, the identity you gave me. I owe it to you, the inspiration, the tears, the epiphany brought within the space-colored eyes to the land of love that only your children are allowed to thrive. Allow me to ride on the car that floats in the galaxy that rotates around your hopes. It was love. It was kind. Your voice. Your mind. Coney Island Queen. The first time we met, I was disappointed to know I wasn't your only, and I wasn't alone. A sunflower field of many left many seeds to be planted. Yet I know now I'm not just your fan. 1 in a million, that's both in our plan. I'm on that sport cruiser with you now. The wind in every direction. The captain wasn't lying and neither was the pilot. Oh, I caught it like every night. Fluttering butterfly, we just had to wait for it to land without our weight. In this fantasy I ponder we might be allowed the chance to meet. Will tomorrow come? Can the rain subside? So I can tell you all the things you taught me. I hope one day you'll see the butterfly wings you grew out of me. Simple a world, simple a you. If easy was a person, it'd surely be you. No, don't take that wrong now, you know what I mean. We're meant for each other like the sky and the sea. Both so blue in their way. One very bright where the clouds are white, the other so deep, a deep blue sea. Could you navigate it? The labyrinth in me. Of all the paths to take in this mental maze of fate, it's you that I constantly find, can walk the roads and leave the stars behind. Longing for this adventure, a never-ending coaster ride. I love this man, like nobody else can. Here comes the end, after all this dark, this fright. Cold winds with every natural attack possible in the corridors of my mind. One that was only meant for you to find. Since that first embrace that made me feel safe from all of life harm's way. Pick it off, my hearts explode. A desire to merge, ready, implode. Here's to forever, my love. Fly with me now, like 2 white doves. Did you feel the heat on the sand when we both decided to step on it barefoot? Not a lifeline in sight to keep us afloat. Lucky the stars had written each other on the sandy path for one another. They say you're 2, well I promise I'm plenty. There's love for yourself and there's love for your many. It's the hot sand on this beach that I can say, I know we're both equal in this way. From nothing to snow, showed me a light I'd not know. a bond from across the land of 10,000 lakes, and one from a city so big there's too much at stake. A big red bus on its way while a camera plays for just 2 days. A hand to be held and a note to be wrote. Right there in the snow, we found a new home. There we took control in a world that relies on fate and personalities that thrive on chance. And a chance was a huge one we decided to take. Pass along the shore just a few more times and leave those imprints of our foot behind. In those times we cried and in those times we yelled, we revealed the gross parts of ourselves. And there we decided, in our Technicolor psychodrama, the family in us that wouldn't be bothered. Here we are now, a high risk away, with the sand on fire and one slip at bay. We see it now, that paradise we dreamed. It came so suddenly. Was it sooner than we were ready, or was it perfect timing that's kept us steady? You're my best friend till the end of time. You're my brother from another life. You've given me a home that stems from you, and a huge thanks. Truly, help me repay you. It was when I realized you have a mind like me, from the massive way you overthink, like a tree with branches that swirls and roots that sink so deep, yet all this tree makes all of you and parts of me. Do you feel that? The sand isn't hot. This walk we walked was worth the shot. Let's swim these lakes across the shore to our paradise that we've been hoping for. I know you, and you know me. We can relax on this beach we found for you and me. Can I carry an ease lost for me? Lyrics on my chest, like a scar cut deep. Is it sweet to bleed, like fruit from a tree? It's hard to relax, and harder to sit back. Parts of life seem so whack. It's like I've placed my bare foot on the sharpest blade of grass. Where I come from, you see, the people I wish were like you and me are part of a bigger, more dying breed. They don't love each other, not the way we need. Apples that fell very far from this fruit tree. Some that have spoiled me just leave me spoiled, but free. There's a division of doubt that I constantly feel, and I'll never know if that feeling goes away. Necessarily, I don't need to know. It's just a matter of finding that okay. I wish I can bite the juice out of all of life's fruits. I think it's okay, though, just to have a slight taste of cherries that fell just for me. Although you've tasted them, are they the juiciest of sweets? I feel like I know you, I really do. And there's an unspoken and unconnected bond, one that tells me Mother Nature is far from wrong. It's the universe, you see, that's paired the two of thee, like apples and oranges, but more like raspberries and cherries. There's this fiction division, I have to admit. I live in this fantasy world that's not quite mine, not quite yet. That's my mentality now, as long as I live my life, squeezing the fruits off this tree. One day I'll actually be that tree, and I'll be happy that Mother Nature just left me be. I can finally be happy. Maybe that doesn't make sense, not in this writing. I'm kinda shit that way, always talking in a negative way. Is it selfish? I've heard that before, but I'm not rotting these fruits of life. I'm actually quite ripe. I'm very joyous, you see. I'm loving my life, the people in it, and the simplified tastes it has to offer. I'm still wishing to be that tree. I'm not grown enough, however. You've only just planted me. I promise for you to know, Mother from across the sea, not one or a million could have a mind that understands your lyrics. However, that millions in the galaxy of this particular cup of cherry tea. Pretty boiled at this point, so just please blow on it to cool off, 'cause I'll be ready to connect with you on the street of cherry and division, near the coffee shop that no longer divides the particular rift of connection. And there I hope that Mother Nature and the universe allow us to meet and understand that this connection so separate really brings together all kinds of energy. And what you have done, and the fruits that you have tasted, were never singular, even at the time it felt that way. Those fruits are so familiar. And you may not know this, but that piping hot tea, that galaxy of a million, is a diamond, one that you so gloriously grew from the pit of a tasteful cherry. He's shining now, and actually so bright that it may be second to the sun, and shining bright from a gem so natural that was raised from the earth itself in a world so robotic, is a light that can't die down the way a fire burns. So my highest form of gratitude to you. You understood me, even through the darkest parts of you, and we're connected forever, humans that both fell from a cherry tree on the crossroads of division, Marina and me.